That intro. How cool is that intro? It's awesome, isn't it? Thanks, Jordan, for making that. I really appreciate it. I'll be using that in all my videos. Although I have asked him to make the text at the beginning slightly longer, so in my next video you might see a slight change with it, but it's pretty much going to stay exactly the same. I might change the footage that you see inside the logo, maybe, for one of my other videos. I'll speak to him about that. Anyway, so today I'm reviewing the game Red Orchestra 2, my bad, and Rising Storm. They're kind of the same game, really. I bought Rising Storm, it just gave me RO2 for free with it, which is really cool. I'm playing that now, which is what you can see. I'm playing on the German side. I really love this map. It's got like a really interesting, gloomy, kind of grey sort of effect that shows sort of a different side of war compared to Rising Storm. It's all very colourful there. But Red Orchestra 2, I said it again, didn't I? Red Orchestra 2, bleh, always catches me out. Damn it! I find that such a tongue twister to say. I've never been able to say orchestra with anything else after that properly. It doesn't work with my tongue. Yeah. So first thing I noticed about the game was actually the actual gameplay itself. It felt a lot like Arma 2 in a way. It felt like Arma 2, which worked. Arma 2 never quite worked out for me. It was really glitchy and buggy, and the FPS was horrible. But I'm surprised that the FPS I did get in this game, I was getting about 30-35 FPS on very high settings on this game. Sometimes I get up to 60, sometimes it goes down to like 30. So it does vary a bit. This is definitely one of the lower FPS games I've played. But the next bit of footage I'm going to show you on Rising Storm, I was getting about 40-50 FPS, something like that, on the same settings. So it's perfectly fine. Anything above 35 FPS and I'm happy. You know, this isn't Battlefield or anything where, you know, you must get the highest FPS, you must get this and all that. Because it's a bit more realistic, it's a bit more slower paced, so I don't really mind too much. It's not all about the smoothness in my aiming. It's not too competitive, so I really like it. Again, it feels a lot like playing Arma 2, but it feels a lot like an Arma 2 which works. The first person is quite decent compared to Arma 2. Arma 2 first person is a little horrible. This game feels and looks better than Arma 3, even, if you ask me. It really does. It's an amazing game. I'm playing Rising Storm now, as you can see, on the US side. Now, I was playing on a quite good team, actually. There was a lot of teamwork going on. There was a lot of chatter over the mics, and I can't remember if it was in this game or in a different game, but at some point there was a mutiny against the officers. So I think we had like really crappy officers and a really crappy commander, and some of the soldiers started like a mutiny and refused to charge because they weren't putting down artillery strikes or throwing smokes, and we ended up shooting the officers and our commander. That was really fun. You know, moments like that in this game can be really interesting. That's one of the reasons I love realistic shooters like this, because anything could just happen. Whereas something like Battlefield 3 or Call of Duty can be really, really predictable. So yeah, this game I got some really nice shots on the enemy. I just got one before, but you know, I die here. I got some pretty good long shots. I don't know what's going on, but in the game I was in before, Red Orchestra 2. Did I say it right that time? I think I said it right that time. Yeah, in the game before that I showed you, it wasn't very good gameplay because that was one of my first times ever playing the game. But I really wanted to show you the other side to this game. You know, the darker, gloomy side, and then the bright, vibrant side. You know, so I wanted to show you two extremes. So yeah, I'm loving this game. I think the graphics are actually surprisingly better than I thought they would be. It runs pretty much just like Battlefield. If you get 40 FPS on Battlefield, on high settings you should get the same on this as well. More about the actual game itself. The gameplay is quite slow at times. It gets really intense. This is one of the most immersive games I've ever played. And I'm not just saying that, it's really, really immersive. Absolutely love the game. It always reminds me of playing paintball. Like, okay, I know that this game is nothing like paintball, but when I play paintball and I play this game, I get the same sort of feeling. That's how immersive this game really is. If I had to rate this game out of 10, I'd give it at least an 8.5. It's definitely one of my favourite games, possibly a 9 maybe. You have to play the game yourself and decide. So I really, really, really recommend you get this game. It's a pretty good price. You get 2 games for the price of 1 really. So go out and buy Rising Storm. I promise you, you're not going to regret it unless you have a really bad computer and you can't run it or something like that. Anyway guys, that's it for now. I'm going to leave you with this gameplay. I get some pretty cool kills. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, comment, whatever, and I'll see you next time.